Alright, so this is World 2, a Super Morton world, and it is, I think, my favorite world so far that I've made because it has incredible hot lore. Every level basically tells a story. It's basically about Wendy and her men collecting the little crystals or the jewels that you see in the cave right here. So we're going into the first level, which doesn't have as much hot lore as the later levels, but it's basically because the first world was in the forest, so now you're like descending into the cave. So this is a vertical level where you're going downwards, and it's basically to show that you're going deeper into the cave. So you're basically just getting started. This is also a 3D world level, because I really like they added the cannon box and the world maker update, so I really wanted to make something like that. And Roy, I have 3 worlds made so far. I need to make more, honestly. But this level, I made it for the speedrun challenge, so something that was going through my mind while making this is having lots of different speed paths. So you can go like down, but you can also go up. Like there's just lots of different ways to go about this. So you have like this red coin over here, but you could have also like gone through the clear pipe. Like there's just a lot of different ways to approach the level and like conceptualize it. So you can even jump up here, and there's on-off switches that let you take this path down there, which we didn't get. Well, let's go do it. No reason not to. So if you like come up here, you shoot. Oh, we missed. I think you gotta have a lot of momentum. There you go. Lets you take down here, and you can shoot the spike balls, but they kind of despawn. That was mega to the speedrun. So you shoot these. The eye blocks affect or they get fully extended when you shoot. So this was like a cool little section. And I think the speed threat is to jump on top of that. You got a wall jump up here, it's going to disappear in time. But there's actually some crazy stuff that you could do that I didn't intend for. But basically I intended for you to shoot at them and wall jump. So this takes you into the second half of the level, which has a descending aspect that I was talking about. So you have more cannon boxes in case you get hit. You never really want your player to take damage and then lose the ability to progress. This is my best level. Thank you, mate. So when you come down into the descension area, there's a lot of different pipes, and I guess it's kind of because Mario always really has pipes. He's a plumber, obviously, but I guess it was like kind of colorful platforms because if you just have like the normal platforms, it's very gray and boring, right? But here you're using the cannon box to shoot the eye blocks that you were doing in the previous section to kill the thwomps because thwomps get crushed. And then here you have 2 different paths. Like you can shoot. If you have a super mushroom, you can ground pound to get through this way, or if you have the cannon box, you can shoot through these enemies. So again, more like I guess player choice, like letting them experience the level in different ways. And then you just shoot the. Oh god, this one's a little bit scary. But you just shoot the eye boxes, and it wasn't as scary as I thought. But it is scary if you're trying to get that red coin. And just more secrets and whatnot. I was trying to prioritize the red coin giving you a speed boost. So if you get all the red coins, you actually get a perk box that lets you save this section, because you don't have to hit this eye block and then kill this enemy. Because it just takes you to the top. Alright, but this is level 2. I forget what this one's actually called, but this says Hot Lore. We'll see what the name is in just a second. This is Boulder Baro. Okay, so now in the first level, you were descending into the cave. Now you're in the cave, and the whole goal of this one is that there's like an earthquake happening. So you descend into the cave, and then the cave wall's ripped open by a boulder, and this is also an SMB2 level. I really like the SMB2 mushroom, and I wanted to make some levels with it. So you can kind of use its mechanics like picking up stuff to move. So you see a lot of different boulders falling. This level was kind of inspired by that level in Donkey Kong Country not Tropical Freeze, Country Returns, where there's a bunch of boulders in the cave world, right? So here you have Spike, and you can pick him up. So I was really interested with the picking up mechanics. So if you throw him here and you stand here, he'll actually throw in a different direction and at a different height than what he would normally do. And because you can pick up and manipulate the enemies, you can do some cool things. So I was experimenting with that in this level. And then you just have a few things on tracks, which They're just kind of little mild obstacles. Here we have a reset door because you can mess up, but we're not going to mess up. So you take the enemy with the same idea that I had earlier, you throw him there and he'll actually bust open the cave wall for you. So that's pretty cool. And then just more falling rocks. Basically it's just to show that the whole place is falling apart and you don't really know why yet. So we gotta jump over this one, that's a big boy jump. And then more falling rocks. They can get you if you're going too fast or if you're not too careful. Basically you just gotta watch out. And then there's 1-ups up there. I was gonna have another red coin, but it seemed kind of repetitive, so that's only for 1-ups if you want to grab that enemy and go up there. Sweet, so now we're at the checkpoint, and this is a kind of crazy section. So you get your mushroom, and then you get your key, which spawns the dude. Forget what his name is, but there's just boulders everywhere, and they actually start breaking blocks and opening your path. It gets a lot more chaotic and like fast paced, so it kind of encourages you to go fast because you have the dude chasing you, and because you have all these things breaking around you. So you really just got to stay on your toes. The difficulty kind of ramps up from World 1, and then right here, that'll break at you, and you got to run real fast and get into the door. His name is Dynamite. All right. And then the ending's a little bit slow, but I wanted like kind of a comedic finale where you ride the enemy to the top. But if you collected all the red coins, you can skip that and just go into the door. Because my whole philosophy is collecting red coins should matter. Even though they're optional, I feel like if the player goes out of their way to collect them, they should be pretty much rewarded. So some of my levels don't have that, but most of them do. But this is level 3 of World 2, and this one's pretty awesome. This one is not that original. I took it pretty much from Donkey Kong Country Returns, but it's called March of the Moles, and it is a pea balloon level, and it's pretty much inspired by the rocket barrel from Donkey Kong Country, and this level is pretty much identical to the, what's that level called? It's called Mole Patrol in Country Returns, but this one's called March of the Moles, so it's very similar to that level. I based it highly off of it, but like, here's where you start learning more about the hot lore. You see these moles who are mining in the cave or just living in the cave, and then if you piece it together, they're the ones who are responsible for the earthquake that you witnessed in the prior level. So the hot lore is coming together. The first section was kind of an easy warm-up. This section, it's basically an auto-scroller. If you follow the coins, you won't really get hit, but I guess if you mess up, there's a little bit of danger to it. But it's just like the rocket barrel, a little auto-scroller that's pretty fun to go through. And it's more of like a visual level than actually playing it. Like a lot of the epicness is in the visual aspect, just like the rocket barrel level. So you fly through this tunnel as the bombs explode in front of you, which is really cool. And that was to simulate like the train drilling through the tunnel in Country Returns. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But pretty simple, little easy level. And that's one of the ones where the red coins don't actually matter. And Philip got on me for that, I remember. But yeah. There was really no way to have a bonus room in that one. I wanted to have the timer be low so you have the fast-paced music, just like the rocket barrel. Alright, so now that you've seen the cave have like an earthquake, and now that you see the moles be behind it, the next step in the hot lore is kind of finding out what they're doing. And this level is Dynamite Depths. So this is in the new stoop style because I really like the semi-solids in this one. And you basically have crystals. You see the crystals on the wall and the crystals on the ground. The moles are mining the crystals for Wendy, who is the world boss, right? So there's a lot of craziness going on here. Like you see another like drill train. It's kind of ugly because it's in Mario Maker, but if you know, if like this was my own game, it would have its own model. It would look pretty cool. And then these things blow up behind you. They mainly blow up with falling blocks because I want it to be a little bit faster because the bombs are a little bit slow to blow up. But you get the idea. So here you want to go kind of fast because these platforms blow up behind you, and then here you can stand still to get this red coin, and then you kind of got to wait. That part's actually a little bit jank. I was trying to fix it when I was making the level, to be honest. We'll go back there real quick. That red coin, and like, it depends on like when the bombs load, and that's not really a fault. That's not really my fault for making levels. More so like the way things load in Mario Maker. It's kind of frustrating. Like if you've ever tried to use tracks in this game, it can get a little bit weird. And I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped making levels, because I really wanted to make a windmill level, and I wanted to have the platforms on tracks load in consistently, but they wouldn't, so I just refused to make the level. So I'm just going to go fast here to load the bomb right away. But it does work if you get the right coin. It's just jank, because Mario Maker is jank. So once you get up here, you're in this area where you're kind of platforming on the bombs that are exploding, which is pretty cool. And then it reveals the crystals, because that's what it's all about. And then this is the first appearance of the propeller suit. So you fly down here, and then you realize it's all crazy. Like there's lots of bombs, lots of moles, lots of everything. So it's kind of fast paced. Like I can't really talk about everything because of all the explosions, but there's lots of coins over here. And you're kind of going with this gameplay dynamic of going up and down with the propeller suit. Like you jump down, and then you fly back up. So a little bit of repetition with that. Like there's a red coin right there. If you get hit with the propeller suit, you are unfortunately dead. I was revamping the difficulty a little bit with World 2. Oh yeah, so there's lots of bomb platforms you gotta fly to and then jump down. So it's a little bit more unforgiving than World 1, but it is World 2, so that's the point. And it's still pretty easy, so maybe 1 or 2 deaths max if it's new for you. So yeah, more bomb explosions reveals the goalpost. And this is, I should have blocked off the top of the goalpost because you can get it with the propeller suit. So it makes the red coins a little bit obsolete, but the red coins are still worth collecting. And the visuals are sexy, yes. I love New Soup's. The New Soup cave theme is one of the best looking themes in the game, I think. So that was kind of the hot lore. You had the earthquake being caused by their mining of crystals, like they're literally blowing up the whole cave. And I don't really know what the fuck Wendy actually does in Mario, but I made the whole thing like she wants like jewels or diamonds and stuff, and it kind of seems fitting with her character because she has like earrings and whatnot. But instead of a castle, I wanted to have like a house. So this is her estate, like an underground house for Wendy, and it's now being like basically karma has gotten to her because she's been mining out the cave, and now it's falling apart. Like the cave is ruining her house. Like you see the bridge break, and then you have the rocks or the boulders pretty much destroying her home and killing her moles who were previously mining for her. So that's the whole lore with this world. So we're gonna watch out for this one. Doesn't look like I'm getting any red coins, but that's okay. This boulder's a little bit dangerous. Whoa, that mole kind of helped us there. And then this was, oh shit. Okay, that was not good. I took damage right there, but you have a little boulder loop with the trampolines, and you want to go between the boulders. I guess if you have a power-up, it's a little bit helpful. But this bridge got completely ruined, and then more boulders that you gotta jump over. It's kind of reminiscent of the other boulder level, so I wanted to expand on the theme a little bit more. Originally, this level was actually in the New Soup style, but I wanted to change it because I don't know why I feel like the Wendy in New Soups was too slow because she was in her shell a lot, and I wanted to do something creative with the boss fight, and it just wasn't working. So when you're making a level, you should stick to the idea that you have, but if it doesn't work, you should change it, because if it's just not working, it's not working, right? So this part's a little bit crazy. You have boulders everywhere. They're coming out of cannons, which isn't really natural, but you just use your imagination. And then the final boulder falls down and reveals the path up to the boss room. And you have the ice blocks on the ground, which are supposed to represent like diamonds. I guess they kind of look like a diamond block from Minecraft, but this is basically where she's storing her jewels. So you enter the boss room, and then you fight Wendy, and the whole point that I wanted to make here is that the boss room is dynamic. It like changes around you, and sometimes she can fall off, but most of the time she will stay on. And I actually changed it from New Soups to Mario 3, mainly because she would fall off more in New Soups. But you saw how big the arena was, and then after like just a few seconds, it just completely breaks, and then you have the boulders around either side. So it's a pretty dynamic boss arena for Mario Maker, which is pretty exciting. And then you gotta move. I almost forgot about that. You go in through the door, and there's a little troll that will kind of try and kill you. Trolls are good. Trolls are also bad, and then you just get a bunch of stuff thrown at you for beating the world. I like to have rewards at the end of levels, but if it's the end of a world, I throw in a little bit more stuff, like a star. Because it's just fun, so. Because you beat the whole world. So that's the end of World 2.